Ancient Egypt had one of the strongest armies in the world for centuries. It was a well-organized and well-equipped force that was able to conquer and defend a vast empire. The Egyptian army was made up of both professional soldiers and conscripts. Professional soldiers were trained from a young age and were very skilled in combat. Conscripts were drafted from the general population and were typically used for garrison duty and support roles. The Egyptian army was armed with a variety of weapons, including spears, swords, bows and arrows, and axes. They also used chariots, which were very effective in battle. The Egyptian army was also very well organized. It was divided into different units, each with its own specific role. For example, there were infantry units, cavalry units, and chariot units. Each unit was trained and equipped for a specific type of combat. The Egyptian army was also very well disciplined. Soldiers were trained to obey orders without question. This discipline was essential for success in battle. The Egyptian army was led by a group of experienced and skilled officers. These officers were responsible for planning and executing military campaigns. The Egyptian army was a formidable force that was able to conquer and defend a vast empire. It was a well-organized, well-equipped, and well-disciplined force that was led by experienced and skilled officers. Imagine yourself standing on a battlefield in ancient Egypt. The sun is beating down on you, and the air is thick with dust. You can hear the war cries of the enemy army getting closer. You take a deep breath and prepare for battle. You are a soldier in the ancient Egyptian army. You have been training for this day your whole life. You are armed with a spear and a shield, and you are wearing a heavy linen armor. You are ready to fight for your country and your people. The enemy army charges, and you and your fellow soldiers engage in battle. You clash with your enemies, and the air is filled with the sound of steel clanging on steel. You fight bravely, and you are determined to defeat your foes. The battle is long and bloody, but in the end, the ancient Egyptian army is victorious. You have defeated your enemies, and you have protected your country. You are a hero of Egypt. The ancient Egyptian army was one of the strongest armies in the world for centuries. It was a well-organized and well-equipped force that was able to conquer and defend a vast empire. The Egyptian army was strong because of its well-trained soldiers, its skilled officers, and its advanced weapons and tactics.